I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues. Trips on
It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the 49ers and the Hawks on Thursday night.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Ray McLeod. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Out to his left. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Niners at 11 and 2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's getting
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Geno. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Geno now to throw. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 19 carries, 77 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Geno. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But you have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider. And
the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw, Smith. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Smith. And incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit almost 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 47 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And some room to work. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
From the 27, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Smith now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Now Purdy. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice little surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Purdy. And pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now Geno on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A gear for Walker running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Always got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
And Walker once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throwing right, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This is McCaffrey on the give. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got the connection to Moore. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. They go play action here, Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution. A 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 52 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. Run play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 142 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, Smith. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. On second down, it's Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Geno. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Purdy bootlegging it. throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now Smith. Gets this to Fant. Finding room at midfield. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. What a comeback. 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. They've turned this game upside down.
It just tells you one more time, it's not over till it's over, right? You got to continue to battle, continue to play, and you walk a fine line as a team with the lead too, don't you? Trying to drain clock, yet at the same time continue to move because otherwise you bog down. In this case, though, it's been a heck of a comeback. It has been one heck of a comeback. You're right, though. Maybe on the other side being a little too conservative at times, and we see what's happened. You wonder about Atlanta, Super Bowl 51? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now it's the Niners' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 80 ticks to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Purdy, big 4th down play. Completes it to Samuel. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. On the draw, here's Mitchell. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Purdy.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go, and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
We think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going in their direction right now.
His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Geno now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were. And I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of